Muy buena gente, aquí Jintachi, continuando nuestra aventura en Story de Path of Destiny, el juego donde vosotros decidís nuestro destino. Habéis votado en la encuesta el Skyripper. Nadie quería salvar al Lupino o al Lapino, así que nada. Oye, pero esto es la historia. ¿No se puede saltar? Ah. Ay.
Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Skyripper.
Que sí.
The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lupino or the Skyripper?
Pues venga. Skyripper.
Every child knew about the Skyripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Vale. Pues en la próxima vez que haya que hacer una elección, pues la hago yo y en la siguiente la dejo a vuestra elección. Y así los capítulos no son tan cortos, sino... Madre mía. Vamos. ¿Por qué se me ha cambiado?
As he set foot in the isle,
Ay.
Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why
no me acuerdo de los controles.
Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Skyripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it? If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
A ver... no la puedo tener todavía, vale. Uy, no. Vale. Ay, no. ¿Pero los puedo matar o tengo que ir en sigilo? Me cago.
Who are you looking at? Oh, right. No one.
¿Y esta puerta? Ah, no se puede. Ah, sí, 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 sí. Ah, vale, vale, la espada.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Skyripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands and thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Ah, vale, 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 vale. Y esta no la puedo joder.
Hero wall, hero sword. Ice wall, ice cube.
Para atrás, para atrás, para atrás, para atrás. Ay. Ole, ole.
He just needed to smash something.
Joder, al final me ha hecho pupita. Joder. Ah. Y no sueltan nada, esa es la putada, macho.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
¡No! Eso era algo, tío. Ah, eran minerales, joder.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Keeps you limber.
Uy, ¿esto? Ah,
It was starting to come back to him.
más
Something you would have
control.
completely
Vale,
forgotten.
vale.
Like how to freeze time when
Consume
attacked.
resistencia, vale,
The
vale.
more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. There it was.
ya
Skyripper's
está.
armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece.
Elecciones
Skyripper
otra
had a
vez.
heart, a core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Obviamente. Claro, sin el núcleo no hacemos nada, pues venga ya.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lupino to get the
Lupino.
armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Obviously. La verdad es que lo que más me gusta es el entorno, el narrador. Ay, pero ¿por qué se me pone esto así? Ese es el puto Windows 10. La puta actualización. Ah, la llevo conmigo. Vale, vale.
Grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
What?
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Vale.
Where did that go to? There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Vale. Todo se complica, las habilidades. ¡Ay, me cago! Hostia, esa me la ha comido pero bien, No, 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 no. Virgen del Señor, que me queda 26 de vida. ¿Eso no creo?
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Bueno, aquí entráis vosotros. O nos lanzamos, no hay tiempo para armar un alboroto, o buscamos la ayuda de los científicos. Dejaré la encuesta y votad, hermanos. A ver cuál es nuestro futuro. Bueno, espero que os esté gustando porque a mí me encanta este juego. Nada, votad. Nos vemos en el siguiente.